Hey guys, welcome. We are moving on to the next four cell organelles today. Today we are going to learn about the Golgi apparatus, the endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, and mitochondria. Now let's see what they are one by one. You've already read this information, but let's go through this again. The Golgi apparatus. Now, if you remember, the Golgi apparatus is that structure which kind of looks like a stacked membrane. Like they look like stacked pancakes, if you want to make that comparison. They are these long structures that are present within the cells, but their main function actually is to actually process or package the different molecules or materials that were produced by the cell organelles, by different cell organelles. So as you already know, the cells produce their own proteins or lipids or other materials, right? So the Golgi apparatus actually processes those materials that were created earlier, and it packages those molecules so that it can be sent to different organelles throughout that particular cell. And again, it is present in both plant and animal cells. It kind of looks like a stacked pancake in both plant and animal cells. And if you had to make a comparison with how it would look like in a city, you could say that a Golgi apparatus is kind of like a post office or a UPS center within a city. Now, for the next one, let's actually talk about ribosomes before we do endoplasmic reticulum. And there's a reason for that, which I will mention in a while. So, ribosomes are actually also present in both animal and plant cells. They look kind of similar in plant and animal cells, and they also serve a function like just the other organelles. So, these ribosomes are generally present throughout the cell. They're kind of like generally floating for free in the cytoplasm. However, there are some of the ribosomes that also can be attached to what is known as the endoplasmic reticulum, the one that we see here. And we'll get to that in a while. But the main function of a ribosome is to produce proteins. And these proteins are then packaged and processed, like I already said, by the Golgi apparatus and sent throughout the cell. But ribosomes are the ones that produce those proteins. They're also the smallest organelles that are present in the cell. And yeah, that's basically what ribosomes do. And if you had to actually compare it to a city, I would say that ribosome is kind of like a brickyard. Meaning that it's the thing that supplies the entire city with what it's made of. So it's proteins, right? So the entire cell is made out of proteins, and ribosome is the one that produces those proteins. So you can compare it to a brickyard that supplies the city with what it's made out of. Now let's answer that question. And there we go. Next, let's talk about the endoplasmic reticulum. Now, the reason why I chose ribosomes first is because there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Now, we know that some ribosomes attach themselves to the endoplasmic reticulum, right? But it's not present in every endoplasmic reticulum. The type that does contain ribosomes is known as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. And the type of endoplasmic reticulums that do not contain ribosomes are known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, the endoplasmic reticulum, once again, is found in both plants and animals, but it kind of looks like a network of tubes. And its main function is to actually transport materials or various molecules throughout the cells. And if you wanted to compare it to the city, you would say that it kind of functions like a city's highway system, because it's tasked with transporting the materials throughout the entire cell. Now let's try and answer that question. And finally, we have what we call the mitochondria. Now, a mitochondria is the substance that is also known as the powerhouse of the cell. Now, just by thinking that it's a powerhouse, we can imagine that it actually provides the cell with energy, with a lot of usable energy. And how mitochondria does that is actually by breaking down various sugar molecules to release the usable energy. Again, it is found in both plants and animals. But it is also, while talking about the structure of mitochondria, we can see that it looks kind of like a jelly bean. It has a lot of inner foldings, and these foldings are known as a cristae. That's Cristae, a cristae. And those actually increase the internal surface area so that a lot of things are happening at the same time within the cell. And if you had to compare within an actual functioning city, you would say that it's kind of like a power plant of the cell. Now let's answer that question. And there we go. So here we have all the different molecules organelles that we learned about: the Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, and mitochondria. Please feel free to pause the video and take your time to complete this activity. And if you have questions, like always, please contact me and let me know so I can get back to you as soon as possible. And that is all that I have for you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.